Hello and welcome back to a personal code of conduct. This is Dayo, and today we are starting with a news headline, and the headline is Dayo just paid an approximate amount, approximately 40,000 naira. Yes, 40,000 naira in dumb bitch taxes. Yes, the dumb bitch paid 40,000 naira in dumb bitch taxes. Now, on to the next topic. Let's continue about how she paid this 40,000 naira in dumb bitch taxes. And after the 40,000 naira in dumb bitch taxes, she also realized what is the fucking source of her freaking anxiety. Like, anxiety towards failure. Like, me paying dumb bitch taxes led the way, the path, the fun, the sunlight into me realizing why I'm an idiot. Okay, why I'm so anxious about failure when I don't do anything about it. And I think it has motivated me to do better. So yes, now on to the I see me trying to do the American news anchor voice and it's not working out. Now on to the why I paid 40,000 naira in dumb bitch taxes. So it started with me being a dumb bitch as usual. I need to stop saying that. I think most of the time I say me being a reckless human. I can be very, very reckless, and yet I have the recklessness of like someone who does YOLO, but I also have like the after realization effects, like post not clarity, but for reckless behavior that doesn't involve sex. That is Dayo on a fucking nutshell. So, I woke up at 7 a.m. with like I have an incredible amount of money for like more than I was expecting. I deserve more. I need dollars and all that yada yada yada. But I had money. I was like, I don't really spend money on a phone. Let's just like my usual phone range is like 20 something thousand, but like that's not even possible anymore. So like I'd say my usual phone range is like 55,000. I was like, I'm going to spend double that, and it's gonna be fucking cool. Because I'm a dumb fuck. So I was like, oh, I went to Computer Village with a budget of 100,000. I was like, oh my fucking god, I should like just go to a shop. It doesn't matter if I'm cheated, just go to a shop. At worst, it'd be like 5k more expensive than I could get it elsewhere. But all the shops weren't open yet. Dayo, being a dumb bitch, went on a Saturday early in the morning because she was rushing. Her phone was fucked up, and she was like, I have the ginger, like, and with most of my life changing decisions as the last year or so, they have been so fucking spontaneous, and I love that for me. I really do. I love that for me. I really do love that for me. Like, I do. Yes, this recording is happening on the subject of this dumb bitch transaction. I love that for me. I just make decisions and I do them. Like when I wanted to have dreads, I just continued with that. When I didn't want dreads anymore, I just continued with that. Now, like I'm on low cut, even though I'm like, oh god, I look so gorgeous with dreads. I don't think I want to go back into the having hair journey ever in my life. It's like a culmination of everything I've ever lived through, and I decided that I wants to be fucking bald. I think maybe today I might even go and get a fucking fade just to show I'm a fucking reckless idiot. Ha! Yeah, she can't get the fade to be a fucking reckless idiot. Because I think like the round afro looks cute on me, but like I should go get the fade and be a fucking reckless idiot. I should. But like let's go back to how my recklessness made me pay 40k in dumb bitch taxes. So let's go back. So I arrived at Computer Village. I went to a proper shop because I was like, I don't know. I'm a fucking idiot. Even I know that I am, because the conversations happened like regularly, and I am well aware that I am ignorant of the world that I currently live in. I am a middle class child in a third world country who has been shielded from everything. Complains about the fact that she's naive and shielded, but doesn't want to put in the effort to not be naive and shielded. Ignorance, reckless behavior. So I was like, just continue to stay in the fucking fancy shops. I went there with all like, I don't know what I want, speaking English, like, I'm not even Googling shit because my phone was behaving anyhow, man. It was behaving anyhow. The one I was like so desperate to replace. So I was like, oh, I just want, my budget is under 100k. Can I get like a Redmi or an Oppo phone, or maybe even an Infinix? So, and I was like, it's a list. That's when I went, they weren't open yet, and someone was like, oh god, it's like now that I replay the story, like when I was replaying it yesterday, I was so angry at myself, and my usual self-hatred general rant of how could you be so stupid. I haven't even gotten to the part where I was stupid. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know. It's like, I can't even remember their faces because if I know I'm never going to see you again, I won't remember your face. So, like, nah. But I remember the story, though, I think. I don't know. I think I've decided to put a bad memory behind me. That's why I don't remember shit. But it was this way. I decided that, okay, like, then I trust. What kind of fucking idiot trusts people in Lagos? Like, are you an idiot? But like, ugh, Dayo. Dayo is so wonderful, kind, and trusting, and perfect, and a fabulous human being when it comes down to it, you know? But the whole situation happened. I went to like one of those shops. I was like, okay, it's a shop with a display case, and they have straight up prices that they want. They are not. So even if it's like 4,000 or 5,000 more expensive than it ought to be, that's fine. So I expected then, but they weren't really open yet. And the sales chick was like, oh, she was like hanging with a dude. And the dude was like, oh, okay, let me take you somewhere. And he took me to this one place and they were like, oh, okay, this phone. And I know when he had the look and I was like, somebody was like, he didn't even attempt to, because I wasn't ready to price. That's usually I went to a shop with numbers. So he took me to another shop and I was like, oh, this person is relatively trustworthy and shit. I'm a fucking idiot. Don't trust people in Lagos. Don't trust any human at all. You have it on your freaking WhatsApp profile that humans are a walking scam, but no, had to be a naive, trusting bitch. And in usual dire fashion, I was looking for someone to blame, but I ended up blaming myself most of all. But like in a conversation with people, because like before I went, I tried to call people, but like nobody was picking my calls, and I went into like this whole dire rant of like I'm a second class citizen in a lot of people's mind, and if the people who want me to be first class citizens in their lives, I don't like them. And I'm just like, fuck. I'm lonely as fuck. But that's not the point of the story. So he took me to that shop and I was like, and then he brought out a couple of phones and I was like, oh, I'll sell you the Infinix for 80k, this Oppo phone for 95, and the Redmi is 150, 125, and the other one is 175. So that's where the good phones are. And I was like, no, my budget is to remain under 100,000. So I bought the Oppo A16K for 95,000. Can you imagine how much a phone is? On Jumia, that like I'm expecting like an extra 5k in price. The phone is 79,000. Yeah, Dayo paid approx. And when I went to go and do a research on the phone launched at like the lower spec of the phone launched at 43,000. Yeah, I'm that stupid. So like there is a chance that I paid between 50 to 50 to 10,000, between 10,000 and 50,000 in dumb bitch taxes. And I feel so fucking stupid because I should have just waited for like 30 minutes, let the big stores open, and just what was I don't know. I should have just waited for 30 minutes and just let the shops open and bought in a big shop with warranty and shit like that, and it would have been fine. But no, I went and bought in a smaller, it wasn't in a tiny shop that had several shops with like glass cases, security cameras and stuff. So I trusted him, but it's obvious his boss wasn't there, so he was like, oh, let's make so much money off this dumb bitch. I bought an Oppo A16K for 95,000. I'm a dumb bitch. But that's fine. I've decided to live by those rules, and I've decided not to work this weekend. And I felt somehow as if I was judging somebody or trying to do things done. But I don't want to work. Monday is going to come and I'm going to be like, oh, this is what we should be doing and this is what we should be designing and this is how it's supposed to look and all that vibe. I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't know who I am. It just has to be fine, I guess. It just has to be fine. It just has to be fine. it just has to be fine. I think it just has to be fine. So here I am with a phone that is probably worth at best 80,000 at best. That's like at best 80,000 there, and I paid 95 for it. So like, hello, I'm a dumb bitch, but like that's fine. I've lived. So now onto to the philosophical drama, the psychological realization, what this entire personal code of conduct is. I felt a strong desire to tell someone. I felt a strong desire to tell someone, and I finally had it like properly hit in my face why Dayo has a severe had I known complex that she likes to beat herself up disturbingly too much, and why Dayo has a I got to tell somebody about this, hence the podcast, hence the call, hence me realizing fuck I can't believe Sunday. Okay, Sunday isn't finished. It's 10 o'clock. You still have the opportunity to do some research and try to become a Googler. I don't even think I can be a Googler, but like, I want to end this year like a goal. I'm so glad that I met my goals last year, which was like surprising. And I'm like, why was I used? Like, the thing is, I often think about like I should have done this or I should have done that, and I preoccupy myself. I know I mentioned it in a personal code of conduct, but it's a personality trait that is not going to go. I had mentioned it in the beginning of my podcast so many times, and I thought I had made peace with it, but like I spent so many hours thinking of what I should have done than to just do it now. Like, yes, the best time to have done something was fucking 5 years ago. Like, I wish like rather I wish like I spent more time learning how to code in Unilag, and I'd be like a badass software engineer by now with like enough experience to be earning in dollars and be doing very well for myself. But like I can always do that now. I can always be a badass data scientist and like make sure that I'm well rested, efficient, and I'm not burning myself to the ground and get a dollar paying job. Then I don't know. I need young people that I want, that I can make a plan with, but like nobody wants to do that with me. So there's that, because we're all like fucking idiots. We're like trying to figure out like how to exist, and we're also lost in our minds, also all alone, also just like hoping to have like real friendships and vibes and energy and just being nice and wanting human connection and all that bullshit. But I do not want to be friends with office people. That's weird. Like, how would you know? That's weird as fuck. I need to have like the opportunity to get better, to improve myself. So on to this philosophical thing. So I called my sister, and she kept on probing and asking about like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And it was like a huge realization of how where my giant personal doubt, anxiety, and aggressive fear of failure comes from. Because I think I've just been in a situation where somebody will pick at what you should have done. There'll be no words of comfort, no words of I'm sad, somebody hold me. There's just, why didn't you do this? And I was like, fuck, this is where my giant aggressive cannot sleep fear of failure comes from. This is where it fucking comes from, and this is where hers come from too, because it didn't come from. And this is where it comes from. This is where we're all so fucking terrified of messing up, because there is never any words of comfort. There's never fuck. Jesus, you're an adult. You're turning 25 in a year. Like, you fully be in the... I say, like, I don't think I'm going to make it to 100. So I'm well past my quarter of life. So let's say 20 was, like, when I was a quarter of my life away. I have, like... I have, like, 3 more of those 20 years if I'm generous with myself and I make it to 80. Not to talk of all, like, the plastic I've consumed. How do people get energy on Saturdays? I've pissed my Saturdays and Sundays away being a dead guy. Laying down on a bed being a freaking dead guy. I've listed things that I don't want for myself. Now, I think it's time I take charge and try to change them. And not fucking break into tears when you're in a situation because I've broken into tears twice about like not having organization in my life, like in past like month or twice or three times. Okay, counting this podcast, maybe three. And I didn't do anything about it. I just wrote it like a conviction and whatever. Like it's like my mind decides to forget traumatic events, and it's just like, oh yeah, we totally accepted that. Like let's continue living our lives. But like yeah, I think I'm getting to a this is good. This is like a good start to where I want to be in life. I don't know where I want to be in life, but like it's a good start to like me starting to develop a picture of where I want to be in life. And it's time for me to make a plan, an out plan, like, but I feel like the out plan is going to pass, so it means like getting used to missing, not being so afraid and terrified of missing this deadline and that deadline, or missing this, or being just generally be afraid of appraisals and measures and whatever, and just making sure that I do my best within a reasonable time plan. Oh my god, my data is going to finish. What the fuck? And forget the 50k I just lost. I'm just going to say that, oh, I've lost like 40k in like dumb bitch taxes. Yay, I bought an OP A1k for 4 gig 64 gig RAM at 95. Because I mean, I know one thing that even went like else was, he said go get he said like, oh, why don't you transfer? And I was like, this is better because my phone has issues. And I was like, why wasn't he so insistent on transfer when you have a POS right there? And I realized that, oh, the POS goes straight to his boss's account. He would have asked me to transfer money to his account and send the actual amount to his boss. Like my first reaction with everything that happens go wrong, because it's like my upbringing is showing, is to hope that the money that I have lost, he loses it times 10, like karma will hit him. But like, you think I'd have learned by now that people wouldn't be career criminals and corrupt politicians if like judgment was an actual thing. And this like leads me down to the rabbit hole of why I know like why religion and it's so pervasive. I haven't been to a church in a while, but like while it still like swallows my mind and my need to want like retribution over people that I am powerless over. And in fact, I just knew that when somebody entertains my casual bullshit talking, because can you hear the thunder? My casual bullshit talking, because I think I'm interesting, but like there are very few people who like to listen to me, but or who don't find me annoying. There are very, very few people who don't find me annoying. But and I after like several interactions with people who are like fascinated with me after like first like 2 weeks of meeting, they get frustrated because like I tend to ignore that. But when I just noticed that this person was being suspiciously kind, it was encouraging in the moment, but like thinking back, and I was like, oh, this person just made bank, or me being a dumb bitch. And like, it's nice to hope that something terrible happens. Or but the thing is that I think the thing with karma is that you expect, the only reason why it appears to be real is because in like small situations like this, you see that those people often have like poor life management skills in general. Because if you're often like a crook, like unless you become like a super criminal, but in the end, across like social classes and everything, crooks usually have poor personal life management skills. So in the end, they still end up having that horrible ending. And but I don't think it doesn't particularly have anything to do with like, oh, religion and whatever. But like, I'm not saying I don't believe in something, because well, I don't know. And I think what you don't know can still harm you. You just won't know it's the thing that is harming you. So it's like, I'd rather not have those things happen to me. It's like my overconfidence, my fake jovial personality with strangers just like, oh, came to bite me in the ass, and there was that, and I lost money for being a fucking idiot. I'm going to go down in history. Okay, not in history, in Dayo's personal history as the dumb bitch that bought an Oppo A16K for 95,000 naira. Cause voila, not very bright. It's like you bought a $170 phone for $210. Like, wow, wow, wow. But we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We just have to be fine. We have no choice but to be fine. I don't know. So, yeah. On to more important things. I still haven't started my audiobook podcast. I've been listening to other audiobook podcasts. I still haven't gone into a Google rabbit hole of learning things and or deciding to have done things and build things and understanding processes and projects and work and having time to exist and do shit. And I don't know. I think every step of the way I am improving. But things like when you get results and if you find yourself in a weird like situation, you get into more trouble. You get into more situations, and you find yourself like unnecessary stress. So you now have to like reapproach your plan and not be an idiot because like you already know that in general. Oh yeah, I'm going to go and get that fade. Yeah, I'm going to go and get the fade this evening because like why not? And yeah, I'm going to go get the fade this evening because why not? And because my front, I'm going to get a fade this evening. Spend more money on being a dumb bitch, and yeah, that'll be fine. Oh yeah, and I need jewelry. Meaning I have to spend even more money. I need jewelry. I need shirts. Fuck. Why is Monday already tomorrow? Even though it's 10 o'clock, but it's raining and dark, so it's making me feel as if Monday is already tomorrow. But I have to make sure that I have time. I'm not scattered. I'm doing my screen. And Dayo, just giving. Like you've decided you want to have peace. You want to have structure. You want to have peace of mind. You just don't be offended about shit. Just go sit down next to the person, work, do what you want, get everything ready, and because I know everybody has their own internal struggles, but I cannot read your mind. I'm an individual who's so wrapped up in my own mind that I'd probably be a horrible like partner and friend and all that like jazz. So you just don't take things to heart and live your life. Make a plan for exits, make a plan for growth. Decide, okay, this is how you want to live your life, this is how you want to continue, this is what you want your life to be about. And yeah, call your brother, really do call your brother, like have him explain shit to you and explain your dilemma in existence. Maybe like this afternoon. And yeah, yeah, i don't know I don't know, like, how much work is too much work? Like, how do you decide, okay, this is what I should be doing in my life, and this is not what I should be doing in my life? Yeah. Well, it has been a personal code of conduct. This was like a rant day on the new phone. Yeah, it's the phone in question, the Oppo A16K. The phone that I was scammed of like money for being an impatient dumb bitch. But the thing is, I'd like to say that I'd want to get rid of my recklessness, like, and pay more attention to detail. But like the process of me checking stuff over and over, just I don't know. I'm going to try and be calmer and work on my anxieties and fear of like not being correct or being yelled at for being wrong or someone saying they're disappointed in me and all that stuff. And I realized, yeah, that has been affecting me quite a bit, like as an adult. I'm an adult. That's weird. I when I listen to like some people talk, we're still the same fucking way we were at 15, like at 25, 26. Like some people, dudes still like to talk down to you, especially if you're an ITK type girl. So like dudes are still they really want to like make sure that like you mess up, they make you feel especially bad about it because they have like this assumption that you want to do like horrible things to them or you want to say horrible things about them and chicks are weird. It's like having like conversations with like stuff we used to have talk about when we were 11, like Winx Club, and in the same breath also talk about like dudes and like mature adult relationships that we would have never even thought about at 11. Yeah, that's basically what it means to be an adult. Like, like the 11-year-old part of yourself is gone. You've just added more things to your existence. This isn't ending with corporate ginger. This is just ending with Dayo wanting to be a more balanced version of herself. Yeah, a more balanced version of herself, and not wanting to run away from things and drown in content when you're like afraid. Sometimes I find myself watching content I don't particularly like just because like I don't want to think about shit. So yeah, like, yeah, you're back on the market. You're back to looking for stuff. Yeah, you're back to looking for stuff. Oh, it has been a personal code of conduct. I am Dayo the dumb bitch that lost a ton of money. I'll be settled. I'll be balanced. And I don't know whether I'm the next week or next is going to be me focusing on like facing my fears and like properly communicating things and improving my enunciation and so like and my sentence construction, because I think my enunciation is already like relatively good, but like my sentence construction in any language is trash. I don't think I'm properly able to convey thought processes and meanings of things I want to present. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. And things, I'm a very defensive person, and when you're a very defensive person, it's very difficult to do that thing where you just let somebody talk in anger. I don't know. It has been a personal code of conduct. I need to find a way to elevate myself so I can get a bigger apartment. I can bigger apartments, never have to physically interact with people or I go through like corporate drama. So yeah, has been a personal code of conduct. Have a productive week. For a final note, one final thing that was wrong that I didn't notice, like this is after the notice. There was this phone, the Infinix Hot 12i. I'd already seen it in the shop, rating at 67,500. It didn't really cross my mind because I was so distracted hearing the sound of my own voice and like randomly talking just to fill the air because I hate silence when I'm not like reading something or I don't have an active opportunity to be away from people. And he called the phone 80k. I don't know why I trusted a random stranger that I met in a shop to prevent me from getting cheated, but here we are. So like I just wanted to end with that. As much as I went through an entire conclusion being all I'm going to grow from this, I'm going to balance, I'm going to do this, it still freaking hurts and I feel so stupid, but like yeah. But I'll be more balanced. Monday to Friday I'm going to be more settled. I'm going to actively look for opportunities for growth. Long term, Dayo, end of this year you are going to be earning in dollars. That is the goal, I guess. Yeah, that's the goal. That is the goal. The goal is to earn in dollars. And yeah, maybe it's just another thing that maybe that would make me happy. I need more space, definitely. I need way more space. I need to be able to spend money without thinking and not be this hurt. Even though it doesn't make a dent in my finances, it's still very painful, I guess. Well, second time I'm saying bye. It has been a personal code of conduct. Have a productive week.